All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the other bishops of Great Millstone who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Shem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh by Shem Shai go will fall upon all your houses. So Brother Quanawath come back at you, Lord will, with edifying lesson through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord will, it is edifying, Lord will, it is straight to the point. But I wanted to get into this lesson, man, because, I was meditating on a lot, on why we're in this situation, man. Why we're on the bottom and, why, our people are just so destroyed, man, right? Because you look on these, look in these videos and, on World Star Hip Hop, YouTube, all these different videos of our people, man. Our people are just doing all types of wicked, nasty, and disgusting things, man. I had seen this video of this woman, right? She was, a Judite, man. She had her fucking orange ass hair, you know what I mean? She walking around doing an interview, you know what I mean? How they do on YouTube and, whatever. And she walking around asking men basically how the size of their junk and, wanting to, feel their junk, man. And that video showed her like grabbing the junk of like maybe 15 to 20 men. You know what I mean? Granted, there were some men that ultimately denied, her grabbing them junk. But most men say, yeah, man, which that just shows you, man, our people are in a very bad state. And that's ultimately because it's our fault, man. Right? It's our fault, the reason why we are in this position today, man. I grabbed this. This is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquity of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh B'Shem El Shai power. Again, it's because we turned away from following Yahweh B'Shem El Shai and wanted to follow after the ways, right, of these nations and their gods, man. Which, hey, we broke the first commandment, man. The first commandment is not to have any other gods, man. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick, man. This is Exodus. So I keep moving slow. Exodus 20, and we'll just jump to the point, verse 3. We're going to come back to this, right? It's Exodus 20:3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. This is a commandment, man. Right? A commandment from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man, through his servant Moses, man. Now let's go back, right? Just to prove that, right? That one of the things and one of the ways that we have sinned against the Lord, turned away from the Lord, is by sinning, breaking that commandment, right? Transgression, sin is transgression of the law, So we breaking that law, we're ultimately sinning, right? This is Baruch, the first chapter, and beginning at the 17th verse at the top, it says, for we have sinned before the Lord, man, right? It's going to show you, and it's going to talk about one of the ways that we have sinned against the Lord. It says, and disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our power to walk in the commandments that he gave us openly, right? It says, since the day that our Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto the Lord our power. We have been negligent in hearing his voice, right, man? We don't want to hear his voice, man. We wanted something else, man. Oh, this is boring. You know what I mean? It's the same old. Hey, well, these things ultimately, these law, statutes, commandments ultimately make us better, right, than these nations. And here soon, it's going to be the reason why we have power over these nations, by keeping the law, statutes, commandments, man, and putting them over the ways of this world and their false gods, man, right? By the words of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, by his law, statutes, commandments, man, right, and we keeping them perfectly here soon, right, to the best of our ability now, but here soon perfectly. That's what's going to give us power and wisdom and true rulership over these nations, man. But we wanted to follow after something that's lesser than us, man, right? Verse 20, it says, wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse which the Lord appointed by Moses his servant at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our power, according to all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us. But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart, to serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our power. So we went to go serve these false gods, man. You know, we went to go serve these false gods. And again, you know, that's unto death. The Lord will kill you, right? For you know, for serving these other gods, man. Right? The Lord is a jealous power. Now we're going back to, you know, Exodus the 20th chapter, and we'll continue reading, right? Verse 4 says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. That thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." Right. So the Lord, he's a jealous power, man. So if you putting something over him, and guess what? The Lord's going to take that out the way, man. Right? The Lord is going to take that out the way. And if that means taking you out, and guess what, man? You know, the Lord has no respect of persons, man. Right? He's going to destroy the false god and those that worship them, man. You know, which you can read that in you know, all throughout Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, all the way to 15, man. Beautiful book, man. Right? Goes in deep, man. You know, but you know, the Lord is merciful, man. You know, the Lord will have, you know, has always sent out his prophets, right, to warn the people that, hey, you know, hey, if you don't stop, then this is what's going to happen. You know, the Lord's a jealous power. You know, right, that, you know, what he has done to us in the past, right, destroyed us, took us out, right, killed, you know, extremely large numbers of wicked Israelites. You know, we read about that in the scriptures, Romans 15:4, right? He's always sent out the prophets to warn the people of the destruction, right, and the ass whooping that the Lord is finna bring because of our sins, man. You know, but Jake again doesn't want to listen. You know, Lord sent out the prophets, man. You know, let me grab this. This is Jeremiah chapter 44 and verse 4. It says, "Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate." Right? So the Lord, he's saying, hey, you know, because the Lord speaks through his men, right? So he's telling you, say, hey, you know, that you should stop doing that. That I hate this shit. I don't like it. And I'm going to end up killing you. That's mercy. That's mercy, right? The Lord's warning you before he you know, puts the ass, you know, the hand to your ass, man. You know, scriptures say the Lord, you know, chasten us as a father, man. You know, roughly paraphrasing Hebrews, the 12th chapter, man. You know. So, hey, guess what, man? When you know, for those that have children, hey, you warn them. You know, you might warn them twice, right? But that third time, right, you gonna get them. They gonna get an ass whooping, man. You know, it is what it is, and that's how the Lord treats us, man. You know, so he's sending out his prophets, right? He has always been sending out his prophets, and even now the prophets are out today. The true prophets, Yahweh Shem Shai, are out today. You know, warning the people, right? That the Lord is finna, you know. Hey, people are finna get that ass whooping here soon, man, right? By way of, you know, ICBM nuclear missiles, right? Before that, Jacob's trouble, right? And finally, Yahweh Shai is coming, man. You know, where the lasers from the chariots are gonna be beaming people or zapping people down, man. You know, as well as the nuclear missiles, man, hitting at the same time. Those gonna be a great ass whooping, man. You know. Even though the prophets have been saying that, Jake doesn't want to listen, right? Verse 5 says, "But they hearken not," meaning they didn't listen, right? "Nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods," man. You know, hey, that's beautiful, man. You know, goes full circle, man. It all starts with us wanting to, you know, turn away from the Lord and serve other gods. You know, and that opens the door for the rest of the commandments to be broken, man. You know? This is a heavy commandment, man. You know, and that's why it's the first commandment, right? You not serving other gods, but serving Yahweh Shem Shai ultimately opens the door for nothing but righteousness, man. Closes the door on wickedness and opens the door for righteousness, man. Right? That you following, you know, the rest of the commandments after that, man. You know? But again, Jake just doesn't want to fucking listen, man. And that's why Jake is gonna get their ass whooped, man. You know, let me grab this too, man. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, and I'm going to start at verse 25. I'm going to read it in the KJV, and then let me pull it up real quick. I'm going to get it in the NLT right here. Boom. Hey, I call lawyer. This is Jeremiah 2 and 25 KJV. It says, withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst. But thou saidest, there is no hope. No, for I have loved strangers, and after them will I go. Come on, man. That's Israel, man. You know, Jake don't want to turn away from these gods, man, right? Because they're able to do, you know, whatever they want. Like you see that today, in, you know, in the pagan Christian community, man. You know, where, you know, they come as you are, you know, type of attitude, man. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want, you know, as long as you come to, you know, church on or pagan church on Sunday, right? And you can do whatever you want for the rest of the week. Be as wicked as you want for the rest of the week. That's the mentality, right, of this world, man. You know, but that's not of Yahweh Shem Shai. Hey, that's ultimately following that shit, man. Following their gods. Because there's many different gods, right, that you know, the average person, when you tell them that, hey, that's you worshiping a god, they'll say no, right? But it's not about you actually burn it, you know what I mean, sitting down with an altar of them and it just do it. It's you following in their ways, the ways that they ultimately condone, man. You know, let me grab this before I grab the KJV. This right here, I was looking at, says the false gods within America. And I looked at this one, I looked at all of them, but this was the most recent. It says F. Dean Hackett. When you look at it, it says America is filled with idol worship and false gods. Let me put that up. Boom, you scroll down. That's bullshit, but you know what I mean? We'll scroll down. Right here, it says America is filled with idol worship and false gods. Right? It says the Hindu goddess Kali, goddess of destruction and death, right, was displayed for days on the Empire State Building in New York City in August of 2015, right? And it gives you little links you can click on and see the, you know, it says a replica of the archway leading to Temple of Baal was erected in a park outside of New York City Hall in September 2016, right? It says the statue of the goddess Athena, Parthenos, goddess virgin, sculpted from 1982 to 1990 and covered in pure gold in 2002, now stands in a replica of the Parthenon of Athens in Nashville, Tennessee. Right? It says Saraswati, goddess of wisdom and learning, was erected on Embassy Road, Massachusetts Ave in Washington, D.C. to bless our nation's capital. Right? So you have all these different false gods, right, that are ultimately erected. And there's many more. This is just, you know, 4 of them. Right, there's many more things, right, that are ultimately, you know, displayed, right, within these companies and ads, right. You got the, you know what I mean. You got the, what is it? The monster sign, right? You has it basically, you know, looks like a claw marks, but when you go back, it's in the Hebrew, right? That right there, that Hebrew letter, right? I think it's Ga. I could be wrong, man. I think it's God or something like that. Which ultimately, you know, you go into it. That's the number 6, man. Right? So you have 666. You know, right there, man. You know, these things are being pushed, right, in commercials and stuff like that. Which you people don't think that you're worshiping false gods because you're not standing there in front of an altar, right? You know, making a, you know, actual sacrifice, this and the third. You know what I mean? That you know, of blood and this and the third. But you are making a sacrifice. You basically have sacrificed your life over to these false gods and their ways in the ways of life that they want you to be in, man. You know what I mean? People could sit there like I have it pulled up too, the smoking god, man. You know, this is right here, because a lot of people will sit there and tell you that they ultimately they can't stop, you know what I mean, smoking even though they tried. It's because they're locked in, man. You know, you got these demons on you, right, that are ultimately keeping you in that lifestyle, man. You know, and this is why we say to pray, right? It says right here, Shiva is the god or goddess of smoking weed. It says Shiva is one chill deity. He's one of the 3, I think it's a she or he, whatever it is. He's one of the 3 major gods in the Hindu religion, as he has a penchant for pot. Shiva loves marijuana. And you can go and click on these. I'm not going to go into it, man. You can click on them yourself, man. But again, this is the ways of these other nations, right? And their gods, man. You know what I mean? But again, Jake is, you know, stuck following that shit, man. You know, but again, the Lord is having mercy, telling you people to stop following in these ways, man. Because death is going to come to those that just want to continue to follow the ways of these nations. And again, Jake loves that, man. They like to be able to do what they want, man. You know, Jake is a rebellious people like a mug, man. You know, and that takes me back to Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, right? Reading the 25th verse in the NLT, right? It says, when will you stop running? When will you stop panting after other gods? But you say, save your breath. I am in love with these foreign gods, and I cannot stop loving them now. Right? So you're you're basically stuck to these false gods, man. You don't want to do nothing else, man. Right? There was that St. John the 3rd chapter, man, around the 19th verse, where it says they come not to the light because their deeds are evil. They don't want to turn away, right, from these false gods, because again, Jake likes doing, what makes him feel good, man. Abel, sometimes doing the right thing doesn't always feel good. Jake doesn't want to do the right thing. Jake wants to please his flesh, man. Jake's carnal as hell, man. And this is why, again, they're going to have to be destroyed. They're going to have to be, Lord's got to get rid of them, man. What did I have? I had, let me grab this. This is letter to Jeremiah. And this is going in on these false gods, man. You basically describing that they have no power, man. So basically, what are you going to do, right, when the time comes, right? What are you going to do when the Lord ultimately brings that destruction? You going to call upon these false gods? Matter of fact, let me go back to Jeremiah. I think it actually says that. Oh, yeah, I'll continue. Verse 26, it says, Israel is like a thief who feels shame only when he gets caught. They, their kings, officials, priests, and prophets are all alike. And this continue on the NLT, right? Are all alike in this. To an image carved from a piece of wood, they say, you are my father. To an idol chiseled from a block of stone, they say, you are my mother. They turn their backs, which, hey, that goes in there, you got that cross, man, right? The cross is the wood, you know what I mean? And then, a stone is likened unto Muslim, right? They have that Mecca, right? They pray, they go around that stone, which these can ultimately go for any religion that has, kind of, you worshiping some type of material, man. Wood, stone, whatever it may be, man. A cloth, a picture, whatever it may be, right? Jake wants to serve that, man. It says, to an idol chiseled from a block of a stone, they say, you are my mother. They turn their backs on me, meaning on Yahweh Bashem El Shai. But in times of trouble, they cry out to me, right? Because everybody always wants to say God, 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 right? They don't call upon their false God that they worship, and they say God, man. It says, come and save us, right? It says, but why not call on these gods you have made, right? So call upon them, man. The Lord saying, why call upon me when you got fault, when you got God, man? You got a God or gods, Call upon that name, It says, but why not call on these gods you have made? When trouble comes, let them save you if they can. For you have as many gods as there are towns in Judah. You know what I mean? That's a lot, right? There's multiple gods within America, right? We just read of, basically just 5 or a handful of different gods, right, that are pushed within the earth, not here just in America, right? But America being that epicenter of all the evil and wickedness, that is going on in the earth, Now let me grab that Jeremiah, letter to Jeremiah, and start at verse 34, again, talking about these false gods. It says, whether it be evil that one doeth unto them, or good, they are not able to recompense it. They can neither set up a king nor put him down, right? And they can't do none of that shit, man. They're literally just a fucking, The Lord ultimately, showed you, right? When the Ark of the Covenant, right? When the Philistines took the Ark of the Covenant, right? What happened, right? Dagon, their god, he was beheaded and laid down. You basically face down in front of the Ark of the Covenant, man, showing you that the Lord has that power and these false gods don't. It says, verse 35, in like manner, they can neither give riches nor money. Though a man make a vow unto them and keep it not, they will not require it. They can save no man from death, neither deliver the weak from the mighty. So what are you going to do, right? Well, who are you going to call upon in the time of trouble, man? Right? And I'm going to call upon Yahweh Bashem El Shai, because the scriptures talk about he's the one, that can give us salvation, man. No other name can give us salvation except for Yahweh Bashem El Shai. We're going to call upon that name, man. You calling upon any other name, you're going to ultimately be killed, man, by Yahweh Bashem El Shai, right? Because again, he's a jealous power, man, right? Verse 37, they cannot restore a blind man to his sight, nor help any man in his distress. They can show no mercy to the widow, nor do good to the fatherless. Their gods of wood, in which are overlaid with gold and silver, are like the stones that be hewn out of the mountain. They that worship them shall be confounded. Right? Because at the end of the day, those gods are not going to be able to save you, man. You know, those gods are not going to be able to save you. And right along with those gods, those false gods, you know, you're going to be destroyed right behind them. As a matter of fact, let me grab it. Quote of Wisdom of Solomon. I think it's like the 13th. This is I'll go to Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 13. This wasn't the one I want, but it's good. It's good too. Right, Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 10. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who call them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, to show an art in, and resemblance of beast or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. Right, so hey, you people are going to be in a very bad case, man. Right? You know, you people are in a bad case, man. I'm gonna try to find that one. Right here, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 8. Right, it says, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it. Right, he because he made it, and it because being corruptible it was called God. You know what I mean? So again, hey man, you people are done for, man. You know. Verse 9, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. Woo! Right? It says, for that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. And that's the point, man. You know what I mean? You can keep reading, man. You know what I mean? It's fire, man. You know? 13, 14, and 15, Wisdom of Solomon 13, 14, 15. Beautiful chapters going in on these false gods, man, and those that make them, man. You know? So you ultimately... you know, serving these false gods, the gods of this world, man, you ultimately going to be, you know, you're going to be put down, man. You know? But let me grab this. I got one more. This is Joshua. Lord Will's been edifying thus far, man. This is Joshua 24. And I'll start at verse 14. It says, now therefore, now Joshua 24 and 14, now therefore fear the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and serve him, right? Serve him in sincerity and in truth, right? And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt. Serve ye the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And this is ultimately going in on, you know, ancient Egypt, right? But we're in spiritual Egypt again, where all those same gods and some, right? The gods of the Romans and the Greeks and so on and so forth, right? Are here as well, man, right? We're in spiritual Egypt, man. Right, and you see that on the dollar, right? You got dudes walking around. I remember a picture of Tracy Morgan was, you know, he had a big ass head of a pharaoh as a chain, man. Right, which just proves to you that we're in Egypt. We're in Egypt all over again, man. Right, this time it's spiritual Egypt, man. You know, so this can be applied to today, right? Leave off from these gods, man. You know, which our forefathers, our ancestors, you know, our our forefathers have been worshiping for, you know, basically a few hundred years now, man. You know. Verse 15, it says, and if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. Right, so hey, we know the outcome, right, ultimately of those nations, man, right, as well as what's going to be the outcome, of the wicked in this time, right? It says, but as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, man. Right, now again, that's a true name to call upon, man. Proverbs 30 and 4. What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can tell? Right, you gotta have that name, man. You know, we already quoted Acts 4 and 12, right? Where it talks about there's no name, get no other name given under heaven where we might be saved, man. You know? That name is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, man. You know what I mean? But that's all I wanted to get, man. Lord will, was edifying. Lord will straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, a great millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Achaemenid who pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, by Shemel Shiloh, will fall upon your houses. Till next time, I say shalom.